Our resident villain, Giancarlo Esposito, has earned quite a reputation for himself by playing bad boys on TV, with his most recent role of Moff Gideon just adding to his list. Season 2 of The Mandalorian didn't end too well for his character, and now Esposito has said that Season 3 of the show will be off the chain. Stay tuned as we discuss this and many more exciting things in today's video. First up, how was the last season for Gideon? We all know that Gideon isn't everybody's favorite character, just because of how troublesome and merciless he is. He always finds a way to endanger everyone's lives for his own personal agendas, and that's exactly what he was doing last season when he didn't exactly meet the best fate. After a huge battle that took place in the finale of Season 2, loads of characters were left worse off, but especially Gideon. Let's just say things didn't go according to plan for him. His big evil scheme to save the galaxy was ruined by the good guys, and we're guessing Gideon isn't too happy about it. That's right, Moff had a taste of his own medicine when he was imprisoned at the end of the last season. Fans were really curious about what happened to him after Season 2. Some were even concerned about whether he was alive or not, but we think that Esposito's words confirm that Gideon is definitely alive and we haven't seen the last of him yet. So, what happened to him? Well, Mando revealed that Gideon was alive, but he'd simply been captured so that he could be interrogated for all that he had done. Sounds fair, doesn't it? He's got himself into tons of trouble, so it makes sense that he has to answer for it. But Gideon isn't someone who plays by a rulebook, so we're thinking that he won't be responding very kindly to being asked too many questions, especially since he thinks his actions were completely justified. Next up, what does Esposito think of his character? Esposito also seems to have a lot of respect for his character, despite him being portrayed as a villain. We think this comes from years of playing villains on TV, so at some point, he really must have developed an understanding of how they think and work. According to him, Gideon is a mastermind, and his ideas for the future are really unique, but not everyone can understand that. The actor also said that Gideon is just trying to do what he thinks is good for the galaxy. It's just that his ideas of good aren't the same as what the heroes have in mind. Of course, he's evil and merciless too, so nobody actually wants to believe that he wants what's best for the galaxy. His character is just shown as someone who knows too much about everyone, and because of that, he's really dangerous and not to be messed with. Everybody seems to be under the impression that Gideon only wants control of the galaxy, but Esposito doesn't agree. He can't seem to let go of the idea that the character he plays really wants what's best for everyone. We think that if we can take anybody's word about what really goes on inside Gideon's head, we'll take Giancarlo's. After all, this dude has literally worked on shows like Breaking Bad and The Boys. He knows what he's talking about. What do you guys think? Is Gideon deep down a good guy? Lastly, what can we expect from Season 3? So, will Gideon escape his prison? According to Esposito, there's a huge likelihood that Gideon won't stay captured for long. The Star Wars actor said that fans could have the experience of seeing him escape in the next season, and he won't stay a prisoner for long. Esposito said that Gideon was too clever to stay in prison for long, and he would escape so that he could go ahead and continue his plans. In an interview, the actor could barely contain his excitement about the next season, and the audience was convinced that he would blurt out a spoiler or two. But unfortunately, he didn't slip. He said that he didn't want to spoil anything, but fans would be amazed by the next season because it was off the chain. We're wondering what else is new for the next season. Well, from what we know, most of the main cast will be coming back. There will also be more guest actors this season, with Christopher Lloyd confirmed as a guest star already. As for directors, fans were super excited to see that Bryce Dallas Howard will be directing a couple episodes, along with Carl Weathers and Rick Famuyiwa. This proves to us that the new season will be full of super talented people working together, and honestly, we cannot wait. The Mandalorian's creators have never disappointed us before, and with all the excitement mounting up to the next season, we think the next season is going to take us on a very enjoyable ride. In other related news, Esposito wants to play Professor X. Esposito rose to fame with his incredible role in Breaking Bad, and like we said before, that's kind of become his type. He's made a name for himself in almost every major franchise in the world, but we're wondering if he's ever thought about making a name for himself in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because that should be the next logical step for him. Well, according to the actor, he's spoken to Marvel a couple times, and the talks have been positive. He's been considered for Magneto and for Dr. Freeze, as well as Doom, which sound just like the kind of characters that he would be perfect for. They're all villains, they're all super cold and calculating, and they'll all be really easy for him to play. But the actor himself said if there's one character he really wants to play, it's Professor X, because he's the nicest one out of the whole lot. Sure, he's got his dark side just like every other MCU character, but he's got some warmth too, and after all these years of playing the bad guy, we kind of think that it would be kind of refreshing to see Esposito in a role that isn't all bad. None of this is confirmed yet, but we really hope it's true, because let's face it, he'll be an awesome addition to the MCU, and it'll also be really cool cool to see a different side of him. He's a spectacular actor, and we're sure he'll do the character justice. Disney has been doing really well over the past couple months after they decided to showcase The Mandalorian, and it seems that after the success of the TV series, they seem to be ready to work on a movie with the same theme. The star of the show, Pedro Pascal, high-key seems to be on board with the idea of a Mandalorian movie. He said that it would be a dream come true for him, but come on, it'll be a dream come true for all of us. Pascal also said that he's a big movie geek and that he loves the energy he gets from being around an audience, so if he gets to do that with The Mandalorian, then he'd be more than happy. He also seems to be someone who seems to have a really good time with his role. He enjoys playing it, even if he has to wear a super heavy set of armor that must be really hard to work in. What do you guys think? Are you as excited about the possibility of a Mandalorian movie as we are? Let us know in the comments below. Lastly, the Gremlins and Baby Yoda controversy. Yet another day in showbiz where creators accuse each other of stealing their ideas. The latest comes from Gremlins creator Joe Dante, who claims that the creators of Mandalorian got the idea for Baby Yoda from the Gremlins. Now, what exactly is the Gremlins? It was released in the 1980s, and it's a horror comedy surrounding a monster called Gizmo who's very similar to a baby. According to Dante, the creators of Mandalorian were very shameless in copying this character and portraying him through Baby Yoda, which seems a little bit of a stretch. The concept of a character that looks like a baby isn't entirely new, and we all know just how much we love to see tiny characters on the screen. So we're not sure if Dante's claims are coming from a place of logic. And even if they are, Baby Yoda is such a beloved character that at this point, we're not really sure if fans care that he was inspired by some 1980s character. He's already a huge pop culture icon, and these accusations aren't really going to change anything. Plus, pretty much everything in Hollywood is inspired by one thing or another. There isn't anything inherently wrong with it if you put your own spin on the character, and that's exactly what The Mandalorian has done. That's a wrap for this video. Are you excited for Season 3 of The Mandalorian? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.